Yeah, it's on land.
Yeah.
So verse 20. No.
Doesn't read.
Yeah, yeah. So yet these may eat ye of every flying creeping thing that goes up on all fours, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat. The locusts, locusts, you can eat those. Those are the grasshopper things.
Yep.
It's like flying almonds.
Yeah, yeah, con.
Some people are like, oh, you can't eat that one.
Crunchy.
You can flame them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toast them up a bit.
With honey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
honey.
just like what's his
Jerk
name?
season. Jerk some season
Yeah,
on
man.
that.
Coriander.
Oh, that's a big thing in
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, you gotta be creative, right? We're creative people, so you gotta know how to season. Yeah, saffron, that's one of the highest herbs that's out there because that helps with your eye. That's high in vitamin A. And they put that in tandoori chicken.
Yeah.
Tandoori seasoning.
And the rice too. The Persians put it on their rice.
Yeah.
They ruin it with the yogurt though.
And all it is out of a flour.
They do ruin it with the yogurt.
It's hard to get that. Like just
But it tastes good.
like I seen them picking it like out of a flour. They make women do it. Because it's such a hard task.
It's expensive.
Yeah. They have fields of fucking saffron, but they have to get the part out of the flour and field that they just grow. They just make women pick it. And that's why a lot of women, they should be their job, not shaking their damn booty.
Gone.
And then eating bottom feeder food that we're describing.
Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goes up on all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat. The locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. But all other flying creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you.
Like scorpions, stuff like that. You can't eat that.
Praying
Can't eat dung
mantis.
beetles. Can't eat that. Is that shit?
Their job is to move shit throughout deep in the earth.
That's right.
That's their job. You got people killing them. You
We
got
have to
people
be pure.
killing them, eating them.
You have to be pure, but
No.
that's why we can't do that.
You know what you were saying?
I was saying that, I don't know, I was talking about something today, we have to be pure. Because the elect are pure. Why would the pure eat something not pure?
That's right. And the things that we eat, usually just eat like grass, like things that are okay for you, And for all these ye may be unclean to you. Whatsoever touches the carcasses of them shall be unclean until the even. And whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. The carcasses of every beast which divideth his hoof, and not cloven-footed, nor cheweth his cud, are unclean unto you. Camels.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pig.
they chew their cud, but they have a closed camel.
In the Middle East, they had this big, I saw this documentary, this big oven thing where you put a whole camel in it, right? And it's like, oh, the whole camel, and they're like, oh, sit next to the whole camel cook, and it's like a big thing. They put a whole camel into it, right? So it's like something you want to piece of camel.
Crazy.
Wow.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
if you had a blindfold on it, this tastes like beef. Fuck you.
So
I'm not going to eat that. The
Done.
Lord says no.
Bush eats that as well.
Done.
They drink the milk.
Yeah,
Done.
they say the milk is Viagra
Done.
for them. Yeah, they claim that, these heathens. No,
It's so
they tell
foaming,
me.
man. This pure phosphorus.
Done.
I couldn't really say it's phosphorus. Because usually,
An acid.
yeah.
Good one.
It's crazy.
Everyone that toucheth them shall be unclean, and whatsoever goeth upon his paws, among all manner of beasts that go out on all four. So dogs, you can't eat dogs, man. All right,
You
Cats.
see it like in Nigeria, certain parts.
bush cat,
Yeah, Jake over there, they like to say, oh, it's sweet meat, they call it.
bush meat,
Bush meat.
bush
Yeah,
meat, man.
bush, yeah.
Is that a cat? No, bush cat. It's different. Those are unclean unto you. Whoso touches their carcass shall be unclean unto the even. And he that beareth the carcass
You know why? You know why until the evening? Anything come to your mind? It's the next day. Just like the Sabbath, right?
Oh, Khan,
Day
yeah.
ends on the evening.
Yeah,
the sun sets
Khan.
and the sun's rise. It's the next day. So like, I know that when you pop your woman, like technically you're unclean or something. If I'm not mistaken, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Copulation. You're right.
Okay, Con, yeah. And then you're supposed to, they're unclean to the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take a shower,
Take a shower.
bust
yeah.
it on the bed.
Yeah.
Bed's unclean, so you wash it. But most of the time, hey man, it's my girl, and you just go and chill, right? But it's unclean.
So that alone, this place is festive. So it's a cesspool.
And it makes someone unclean. So your bird's gonna check you, right?
Yeah,
And you can sit in my bed, man. So he's in your bed. You made him unclean. That's what you just said. Don't sit in my bed, man. That's where that came from. Don't sit on someone's bed. Right?
Everything was in order.
Done.
It's gonna be back in order.
Done.
Kingdom, right? You're supposed to have a bed, sex chambers. You have to do it. Get busy or sleep there. That's it.
Yeah.
Or you had, back in the day we had.
Multiple rooms. A lot of rooms. Yeah,
a sex chamber. You do.
Because they want to sleep in those sex chambers. Like today, we sleep in the same bed we pump our women.
Yeah.
They would have that just for that, and they sleep in a different room.
Yeah.
And they have their maidens clean that room.
Right. Your room says business. Leave it alone. It's a business room.
That's right.
Right?
Well, to make a bed wasn't that hard back in the ancient world. You just need certain fibers, whatever, cotton or whatever, or
Wood and,
branch of certain bamboo, whatever. Back then it was things was a lot, better.
Because what we sleep on now soften us up because there's enough nationality that sleep on the ground and your posture is like proper. You know what I mean? But there's this bed where they make it soft.
Yeah. Everything is designed to break you apart, spiritually and physically.
Everything.
Everything.
All right, back to 21. Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goes upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind. I'll jump down. 24. And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever touches the carcass of them unto the even. And whosoever beareth out the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. The carcasses of every beast which divideth his hoof and is not cloven-footed, nor cheweth cud are unclean unto you. Everyone that touches them shall be unclean. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whoso touches their carcass shall be unclean unto the even. And he that beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and be unclean unto the even. They are unclean unto you. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth. The weasel, the mouse, the tortoise after his kind, and the ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever does touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean unto the even.
See, but the thing is, what Esau doesn't understand is balance. And how do you know that? Is that even in the time with Noah, the Most High had him bring 7 clean and 7 unclean. So even though that they're unclean, he still brought unclean animals. Because it's a thing called circle of life. It's a process for everything, right? Even though we're not supposed to touch it, Most High did make it for a reason. But what Esau does is like, well, let's try different foods and different meats and see what we come up out of it. So he's out of order. It's disorder, right? That's why these commercials are wicked. Because they just entice your curiosity to do wickedness. Like a crab, a lobster. You ever see, what's that, red lobster?
Red lobster.
The way, I'm in the truth, but the way they put it in there, like, yo, that looks good.
With butter.
And then the way it's slow motion.
It's slow mo.
Garlic butter.
Slow motion.
It's like, yo, this is all designed to, you're curious to do wicked things.
To try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're damn influence. Because back in the ancient world, you couldn't influence our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those men were perfect and upright. And on down that line, our people were perfect. And Job, he was upright and perfect, man.
And the laws here, it starts off saying, and the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel. So they didn't have this law. So they can do what they want. Right? Verse 32.
Well, the other nations, they're taught when they came out of that line from Noah on down. They were taught, but it's
Oral.
like it wasn't. It wasn't like it wasn't embedded into him because this is a will. This is a testament, right? So this is handed down unto your sons, right? And you give it unto them. They cherish it, But it's a spiritual thing. It's not like, oh, I just hand it down to you, like, oh, your father died. Oh, he's gonna give you this read this eulogy. This is what he wants you to have, or whatever. But it's spiritual, and then on top of it, the promises are given in there, man.
You know, some Israelites who are not in the truth, and they would never eat pork. It's just offensive to me, and they never eat seafood.
Yeah, 'cause the
So
Most
this
High
is what
has
you're
the
talking
edge.
about. Yeah, this is what you're talking about.
He has the edge. He has certain.
I have a question. You know how like pepperoni pizza? Can you pick off the pepperoni and eat the pizza? Or is it
Still defiled.
It's fine.
It said don't touch it, right?
It's fine.
He said touching. As soon as it touches it.
unclean?
Wow.
Even
And that's what. So go ahead.
no.